Hello, students. I hope you all are doing well today. So, students, look at the picture and look at the steps that the girl is following. So, yes, these steps are followed by me as teacher when I come to school. That is, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I have my breakfast, I get ready, and then I'm off to school. And students, do you know that while I'm off to school, on my way, I see a beautiful scenery every morning. I see a beautiful sunrise. I see the beautiful sky. It's so pleasant, peaceful, and soothing to watch. And as well as while I go along a busy road, I see lot of people doing various activities. There are vehicles passing by, there are lush green trees, there are people, and so many other things that I keep observing while I'm on my way to school. So I'm sure when you also get up, you get ready, and you're off to school on your way, you do see beautiful scenery like maybe the trees, the sunrise, the birds flying in the sky, the people walking around, and so many other things, isn't it? So, in our today's poem, we are going to see how a child sees the world while the child goes to the school. A child like you, when you are going to school, every day it might be the same road, the same way that you come, but the sceneries might be different or similar as well. So, in this beautiful poem that is Children Are Going to School, we are going to see how the poet has described the beautiful sceneries, the pleasant and heavenly sceneries for us. So, the poet is Nida Fazli. So, Nida Fazli was a prominent Hindi and Urdu poet. He has written many different types of songs and poems. He was honored with the National Harmony Award. He was awarded Padma Shri by the Government of India. In this poem, he paints a beautiful picture of the early morning when children go to school. So I'm sure while reading the poem, you might go back to the scene that you saw while you came to school today. So let's begin. First, we are going to read the poem and then I'll be explaining it to you stanza by stanza with the meanings, of course. Children are going to school. Morning light spreads over the earth. Once again, the sky bows its head in respect, for children are going to school. The sun, after his morning dip in the river, dressed up in his golden muslin turban, waits and smiles on one side of the road, for children are going to school. Through the green top branches, breezes sing their songs of blessings. Fragrant flowers awaken the sleepy roads with their melodies. At the corner of the lane, the people in his lush deep foliage waves his hand for children are going to school. Angels of light have set out. Every road is a gleam. At this hour, every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart. Time, sitting on an old roof, flies pigeon in the sky, for children are going to school. Translated from Bacche School Ja Rahe Hai by Nida Fazli. So, originally, this is an Hindi poem which has been translated to a English poem. So, as I told you, we are going to read it stanza by stanza and understand the meaning of it. Morning light spreads over the earth. Once again, the sky bows his head in respect, for children are going to school. So, as you can see in the picture as well in the background, the morning light is spreading over the earth. That means it's sunrise. It's the time when the sun comes up in the sky and it spreads its beautiful, mesmerizing light. And the sky, it seems like the sky is bowing down. When do we bow down? When we respect someone. So the sky is bowing down in respect for the children like you, beautiful small children who are going to school. So is the sky really bowing down? No, the sky is given a human quality, like in human, how a human bows down. The similar way, the poet is trying to tell us that the sky is bowing down. The sun, after his morning dip in the river, dressed up in his golden muslin turban, waits and smiles on one side of the road for children are going to school. So the sun, he has taken a dip in the river. Like we, when while coming to school, we get fresh, we have a bath, we are all dressed up. So similar way, the sun is also having a nice, beautiful dip in the river and dressing up like in his golden muslin turban. So it looks like as the sun is dressed up and the sun is waiting. And for whom is the sun waiting? Yes, you are right. For you, my children, the sun is waiting for you and smiling on one side of the road. For children are going to school. So as the children go by the road, the sun is also smiling at them. The sun is also happy to see you that you're going to school. So as I told you, there are figure of speech and personification is a type of figurative language that gives human traits to animals, plants, objects, and other non-human things. So personification is when the non-living thing is given a human quality. So it seems like a action that human does. For example, the sky bows its head in respect. Sun after his morning dip. So, bowing down is a human quality. Taking a dip is a human quality. So, these qualities are given to sky and sun. And the word that we came across is muslin. It's a kind of soft cotton fabric, as you can see in the picture. So, it says that the sun has, round up with this turban, this beautiful turban, and the sun is waiting and smiling. Through the green top branches, breezes sing their songs of blessing. Fragrant flowers awaken the sleepy road with their melodies. So, as the children are going by the road, there are green top branches. They are lush and beautiful and fragrant as well. And the breezes that pass by or go through them, they are like the songs of blessings. So if you must have heard the breezes, when there's a lot of breeze flowing by, you kind of hear a sound, and that sound is compared to songs, and not just any songs but songs of blessings. And these blessings are for whom? Yes, these blessings are for you, for the children that are going to school. And the fragrant flowers, what does fragrant flowers means? That means flowers which smell really good, which have a really good fragrance. And these fragrant flowers are awakening. They're helping to wake up the sleepy roads. So as you walk by, at times you also feel sleepy, right? So when you go through these roads, beautiful roads, and you smell them, you sense that there are beautiful flowers, you feel very fresh. Similar way, these flowers are blooming with their melodies. At the corner of the lane, the people in his lush deep foliage waves his hands, for children are going to school. Now again, the poet has given a human quality to the people tree of waving his hands, like the tree is waving its branches. So it is at the corner of the lane, and the people in his lush deep foliage. What does that mean? That means it's very lush. As you can see in the picture in the background, it's lush, it's full of leaves and greenery. and the branches or the leaves seem like they're waving at you, waving at the children as they are going to school. So, students, don't you think that the poet has, meticulously described each and every scenery through the beautiful words? As I read, I'm sure you might be imagining a lot of things as how the poet is trying to imagine it. So, the foliage means greenery, leaf cover. Let's move ahead. Angels of light have set out, every road is a gleam. So there's a lot of light. Now, this sunrise and the light that comes in the morning is compared to angels, because angels are said to bring a lot of light and a lot of wonderful things around. So it's like the road is gleam. Gleam means it's shining because of the angels coming from the heaven just for you. The road is shining. A gleam means shining bright, just like the sun rays. At this hour, every particle of the earth throbs like a mother's heart. So, at this hour, which are the time when the children set out to go to school. So, at this time, every particle of the earth, so it may be the sun, the mountains, the river, the sky, the trees, their branches, every particle of the earth, and it is throbbing, beating like a mother's heart, because, of course, the earth is a mother earth, and the earth is getting really happy, and the earth is trying to tell you in every possible way, every particle of the earth, it's trying to send you a message that the earth's heart, the mother's heart, is really glad that you are going to school. Time sitting on an old roof, flies pigeon in the sky, for children are going to school. So the time is compared to the pigeons that sit on the roof. You must have observed that the pigeons don't sit for a long time, they just sit and they flew by within seconds. And similarly, the time is just flying by as children are going to school. So we have come to the end of this beautiful poem, and I'm sure my explanation has made it easier for you to understand. Now let's see the figures of speech that we came across. So the sky here is given a human quality as I mentioned earlier. Then the sun is also given a human quality of waiting and smiling. The sun is given a quality of smiling towards the children. So that is also a human quality. The breeze are given a human quality of singing songs of blessings. So these three things are given human quality, and that is called as personification. That's a figure of speech. And what does figure of speech do? They help us in beautifying the poem. So let's quickly summarize this poem. So, as I mentioned earlier, this poem is a beautiful description of the morning hour when the children are going to school. This poem includes most of the aspects of the earth, where the poet is trying to tell how these aspects of earth, it may be the sky, the sun, the trees, the flowers, the angels, everyone is happy and delighted as children are going to school. So the sky is told to be bowing its head in respect. The sun is taking a beautiful morning dip and smiling at the children, those who are going to school. The branches are singing a song. The flowers are awakening the sleepy roots with their beautiful fragrance. And of course, the people tree is waving his hands to whom? Yes, to the children that are going to school. And not forgetting, the beautiful angels of light are also set out at this hour. And whose heart is throbbing? Yes, it's the Mother Earth's heart, which is throbbing, which is beating, because the mother is very delighted to see its children going to school. So, here are a few questions to reflect back on the heavenly poem that we just read and understood. First, what is personification? Second, tell me in short what the poem is about. Third, what emotions does the poem evoke? That means while you read the poem, while you heard me explaining, what emotions did you have? So you need to connect it to your real life emotions, to your real life experiences when you come to school or you're on the way to school. Fourth, what time of the day is this poem talking about? Lastly, not forgetting the assignment, write a short poem, maybe 4 to 6 lines, about how you feel when you leave for school, expressing your emotions and state of mind. So while you leave to school, I'm sure at times you're sleepy, at times you're excited, at times you don't know how would the day look like, but on your way you have a lot of things going through your head. So just put down into few lines and try to write it in a poem form. Maybe you can use rhyming words or some personification like we read in the poem. Thank you.